Hello and welcome to this video on brought to you by Sports Betting Exposed. Today we're actually going to dive in on a gentleman by the name of John Morrison, also known as the Sports Betting Champ, and the PhD from Cornell University. So let's dive straight in and have a look. What we're actually going to discuss today very quickly is who John Morrison really is. I don't mean to alarm you straight away, but we will go into this a little bit further later on. Is he a safe bet or is he an absolute gamble? We are in the sports betting industry, so just to try and reiterate a point, is he actually worth investing in? You're going to put your hard-earned cash into his systems and into what he has to offer, or is this an absolute gamble, or is it a scam? We will look into this as well. About some tips and advice about John Morrison's products. I will go into some of the tips and the advices that I've come across, delving from the forums, Yahoo's questions, Google's as well, YouTube, and the best sports betting forums on the planet. So where to from here is our final topic. As we go through the John Morrison discussion, you will see what steps you need to actually take from here on out. So who is John Morrison? He claims to be the sports betting champ. On his sales page, he talks about his mates starting to call him the sports betting champ because he starts winning bets so regularly at an apparent 97% accuracy rate. If you ask me, I think the sports betting chump is a bit more of an accurate description. John Morrison is in fact a pseudonym. He is not a real person. And I don't think champ is a very accurate way of describing him. I think chump is a much better word. Is he a PhD from Cornell University? Well, I did a lot of digging into this. I didn't actually go to the degree of contacting Cornell University because a friend of mine's an affiliate online actually did, and what he found out is that he dived into the classes, in fact, 4 years prior and 4 years after the date that so-called John Morrison states that he graduated from Cornell University, and guess what? There was no such person there in the university record. Now, does that mean that he didn't graduate with a PhD from Cornell University? Obviously, that's what I'm implying. However, based on the simple fact that there is no John Morrison in Cornell University's records that graduated anywhere 4 years of north or south of that line that he states he did, I would pretty safely assume that he didn't. And if he did, then again, it just proves that he isn't actually John Morrison. He is someone else. To me, I'm not too sure about the PhD, but he is definitely a thief from eBay. What do I actually mean by that? What I mean is that, again, through hard digging and a lot of research, I spent thousands of hours looking into this guy, and the simple fact is that he is a thief from eBay. John Morrison did not create these systems. John Morrison bought a $20 version of his systems on eBay and started marketing the hell out of them to people like you and me. But he claims to have an MLB and an NBA system. He claims to be a master, and his systems are 97% accurate. First and foremost, what I don't like is the simple fact that his website actually advertises them as picks, as in he mentions nothing about the fact that it is a 3-game series system until you actually purchase it. Only then do you find out that it's a system, that it's a series. We kind of should have known that straight away when he said it was 97% accurate, because the simple fact is the best in the world are struggling to get 54%. So to think that, some guy could come up with 97%, and then on top of that, advertise it on the internet and offer it to you and me for, $197 or whatever it is at the moment, is pretty outrageous. If you ask me, it is total and absolute bullshit. Why? You can try 88% more accurate because of his hidden information. What do I mean by this? Well, his two systems are in fact 97% accurate. If you look at the win and loss column as shown on his sales page, what he fails to mention is that there are times where he drops series, He'll drop it on the A, B, and C bet, and I've lost a lot of money doing that. Further to that, there are actually bets where he'll recommend you start the series, and lo and behold, you find out that for some reason or another, he accidentally qualified the wrong team, and you lost a heap of money. Another thing that really peeves me about Mr. Morrison is that he claims to have a money management technique in his ebook. Screw me sideways if you ask me what money management is, but it is definitely not a 4-sentence write-up. He recommends, you bet and win a percentage. But let me tell you this, on chase systems, the losses compound. So unless your system is solid, which obviously this isn't, because 88% accurate is nothing. That's a disaster sending you straight to hell. Then there's no need to actually bet to win a certain percentage, because 1 or 2 losses or 1 loss and a dropped bet could quite simply wipe out your account. So who is John Morrison in my opinion? In case you haven't guessed now, the dickhead is an absolute scam artist. I do not like it, and to prove this further is that try sending him an email before you signed up, and I can pretty much guarantee that you'll get a reply within 24 hours. Try sending the guy an email, or his support team an email, once you purchase, and just see what happens. You may get extremely frustrated. I can sit and laugh at it now, but it wasn't funny at the time. So this is a safe bet or an absolute gamble? In case I didn't make myself clear, we'll go through this. Who cares really? I mean, the simple fact is, all we want to know is that whether his systems actually work or not. That's all I really cared about. I could care less whether he was, some drug addict from South Africa. Not a personal shot out there to South Africa. Sorry, that was just the first name that came to my head because it's World Cup time now, and you guys are just friggin' awesome. Some do, some don't, but overall it just doesn't work for me. I have purchased his systems, all of his systems, and I have studied them thoroughly, and they are not, absolutely not what he says they are. But what he does is he sells the dream, he markets his shit very, very well, and I really hope you don't fall for it. So how about his other systems? If his NBA and MLB systems don't actually work, what about all his other systems on offer? He does have NHL, he does have MLB number 1, 2, and 3. I believe it's the same for the NBA. The WNBA he has, I believe, 2. The NFL, as far as I understand, at this point in time, he's only got 1. They can't all be rubbish, right? Well, they are. I've done the numbers. The NHL system, which he claims to be 98, 97% accurate. How about 1 year it was only 93% accurate? And 93% accurate on an NHL circuit, because of the variation of the dogs and favorites, will eat up your account before you even get a chance to wake up and have breakfast. The WNBA, he claims to be 98% accurate. How about last year? His system went 15-3. 15-3 in a series. I mean, if you haven't kissed your account away goodbye yet, sure, the WNBA system will flush it straight down the toilet for you. The NFL system was actually pretty solid for a number of years. What I don't like is that he claims that it's only a 1-loss per season series, and that he bets on the spread. This is complete bullshit. What it is that he's got a number of steps where he eliminates certain bets, and you no longer bet on the spread. On the point spread, you actually end up betting on the win-loss column, and when the teams are already heavy favorites, betting on the win-loss column, if you lose, bye-bye Betty is all I can say. Is he safe or is he a gamble? Obviously, if you haven't listen to anything up to this point, this guy is an absolute gamble. So tips and advice about Morrison. I mean, what can I really say? What help can I provide, considering the fact that I had about 2.5 years under this guy's systems, studying and learning and moving forward and losing thousands and thousands of dollars. My recommended step number 1 is to get a refund now. I am not joking. I'm being dead serious. Turn this shit off. Pause it right now. Go straight back to ClickBank and get your money back. Because I can almost guarantee he's going to try and stall the refund until that 2-month period is up, and you are absolutely screwed. Step number 2, unsubscribe immediately. What I mean by this is that once you get your refund from ClickBank, unsubscribe from this guy. Step number 3, run far, far away. Now, what do I actually mean by this? I don't mean it literally, obviously. The dude's not going to come hunt you down or anything like that. He wants to stay away as far away from you as possible as well. But what I mean by this is virtually. Once you unsubscribe and once you get your refunds, don't go back to his sales page. Don't go onto forums looking for him. Don't even waste your time. Move on and look for something that does actually work. Am I being serious? Hell yes, I am. Tips and advice: remove yourself from this fuckwit. And I mean this seriously. Don't have nothing to do with him. Excuse my language. As you can tell, I'm extremely passionate because I lost thousands thanks to this guy. I hope you haven't gotten to that stage yet. So where to from here? It all seems pretty bleak, obviously. How disappointing. You might be thinking, oh, that's pretty disappointing because he's got a pretty wicked sales page, really. Let's be honest. That's why his sales are so high and that's why his conversion is great, because the dude can market. So don't be too disappointed, okay? Step number 1, don't give up. Keep searching. You know, sports betting is an awesome market if you can find the products that actually work. Keep searching, as I mentioned before. Don't give up. Keep going. Keep looking. There are some legit programs out there. Step number 3, subscribe to my channel. Step number 4, message me, please. And I mean this seriously. I'd love to connect with fellow sports bettors out there, people who are actually passionate about sports betting and trying to create an income from home. You know, we all fight for years and years and years, and we hope to come across something that does actually work. So I'm asking you, if you find something that works or you think that works, please message me, because I'd love to hear from you so I can do a video on them and share it with everyone else. On top of that, I'd also love for you to message me and tell me about the scams so that I can do a personal review of them and find out, you know, because I really do crunch the numbers. I've got 20 years worth of data sitting in my computer. I'd love to crunch the numbers on these so-called expert systems that are out there. Step number 5, so keep watching me here on YouTube. It's Sports Betting Exposed. So how do I subscribe, Sam? Just above you'll see there's a yellow button just above this video that you can actually press and subscribe to. So I ask you now to please go and subscribe and keep up to date with everything that's going on, okay? Don't waste any more time or money using the bullshit systems, programs and services that don't actually work. Subscribe now to Sports Betting Exposed, as I've asked you previously, and let's make this happen together. So thank you for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. You know, I put a bit of time into this video. The video didn't take me too long, but the 2.5 years of researching John Morrison's bullshit, you know, is what's really gone on to this video. And I appreciate you stopping by and watching it. So subscribe now by clicking on the yellow button above. Hopefully you found this video very, very helpful. Keep watching for more helpful videos and tips that will be coming up shortly.